All right, so I'm here with YCS regional
It wasn't YCS.
regional topper, first place winner Michael Fan, and he won with a Rikka deck. And so
That's right.
we're here to show you the proper Rikka ratios, baby.
All right. First, shout out to my roommate Reese for helping me test and get the proper ratios.
Give me credit for the whole deck.
Okay, he actually built this deck completely. I'm just a bot. All right. So first, start 3 Rikka Pedal. Best card in the game, kind of. Normal summon, good normal summon, and it also has an end phase float effect. Just has a search. But it locks you into plants. A lot of people play this deck pure plants, so this effect actually matters for what I do. But it has the effect to either, I got drolled one game, it has the effect to either search or dump. So it's pretty good. So even if you get drolled, you can send stuff to the grave. Then our other normal summon is Loci. We're not playing 3, we're just playing 2 because it's better to just unexpected die it out. But I figured 2 is good enough. I'll probably go up to 3 eventually, but 1 twin, it's the brick, but it's actually not a brick. If you die out the Loci and they ash you at any point and you can't get the sewing out, you can just normal summon the twin, so not a brick. Then 3 princess, can normal summon it or special summon it. I think I normaled it one game. This is one of the power of the elements cards. Broken lets you negate. 2 prim. Saw decks with 1, but I think 2 is better. Good for attributing for glamour, so definitely 2 is the right move. Also lets you chain block. Lets you chain block this card actually. Mudon. Tribute to special it basically. It's a level 6. Definitely don't want 3, but it's a good card. And it lets you always search Con, because Con lets you just search the other ones. It's always Con, but good card. 1 Snowdrop. Definitely 1, but the reason that it's so good in the way that I play this deck is because it's a level 8, which has synergy with the Therian's cards, because now when you tribute for glamour, you can search this and this. And before, you run out of tribute targets, so you can't tribute with glamour, but now it helps. But Snowdrop's really good. And then obviously the Therian package. I did 2 Lily, don't need 3. I think 2 is definitely right. You want to make this package as small as possible. Obviously the Discosium too. But Borea's good, it's a free special. And it's also a way to beat over Winda. If they summon Winda, and you only get 1 summon, you can just go Borea and just swing over it.
How well did this perform for you at the YCS?
This is actually really good. Okay, I don't think it's the best way to play if you want to go sweaty, but this actually helped a lot. There's a lot of games where I play and I just have this Coliseum and I just have like a Regulus, and I played like 3 full turns with just this and like negate or something and just like beat over stuff. So this is pretty good, and like when this stuff goes to the grave, if you still have this Coliseum, you can just always just keep adding back what you need, and it's still a big beater, and it lets you push for game. Because I think this deck definitely struggles with OTK, but when you have like 2400, 2800 attack, it's really good to beat over for game. And even if you don't get through the whole combo, because this is a machine, so if you activate any of these, you can't really summon Regulus, so you have to do it in a certain order. It's still fine because you can summon the Lily, and it's a level 8, and it's a free summon, so you can like go into extension with it. So I think it's definitely not bad. And a lot of people cut like 1 for 1. This is all the monster by the way, but a lot of people cut 1 for 1 because they said they didn't have a lot of monsters in hand. But I think 1 for 1 is really good now with the Therian stuff, because you can just pitch a plant, and then the Lily can use that to special summon itself. So I think it's definitely pretty good. But yeah, after 1 for 1, we have obviously 3 die. This is just OTK, honestly, in a simplified game state. But yeah, die is obviously the best card in the game. 1 sewing. I was on 2, but I went down to 1. 2 is probably good, so you can punish, but I think 1 is fine just because you don't want to see it in your hand sometimes. It still is a free special summon, but I think one's fine just use it for the combo. Because I think other cards are better to see in the hand. So like 3 Glamour, obviously the best card. 2 Con. We didn't play 3 because we're playing 1 Terraforming. And Terraforming lets us search one of 3 field spells, so definitely 2 is good enough. And then obviously 1 Sheet. Here's the Terraforming. The reason we play it, we play the Mine. I only played 1. It's definitely correct to play probably 2, but I actually didn't resolve this card at all, so I feel good about myself. And I can keep my sanity. Then we have just 2 Dark Ruler. Didn't play 3 because you don't want to see more than 1, and also you don't know if you're going first or second. So I played a lot of my going second cards just at 2, because it makes sense to me. And I played 2 triple tacks. I wish I actually played 3 of this one, but if I ever saw 2, I'd probably just cry. So I think it makes sense. And then there's the 1 Called By. And then originally we were playing different things, but we changed it last second. We went to 2 Cyclone, and this is probably the happiest choice I've ever made. I only played 2 because obviously not every deck is a Mystic Mine deck or anything, but Mystic Mine is definitely this, Mystic Mine and Runic probably are like this deck's hardest matchup. There's a game where I was playing against Mystic Mine and Runic, and they activated 2 Mystic Mines on me, and I only Cosmic'd 1 away. But it was really good to see this in the main, because otherwise you just insta lose that matchup. Because I mean, you can Glamour away your whole field, but then what? And then we're only playing 2 Rivalry, because once again, you don't want to see more than 1. I mean, it's fine to see more than 1, but like then you're kind of just hoping you have a starter in your deck, or a starter in your hand. But I think 2 is fine. Saw this against Tier multiple times and just insta won. Even I played a Sky Striker guy, saw this and insta win because Warriors and Machines. Extra deck. We played, let's start with XCs, I guess. We played 3 Strenna. Originally I was on 2, but I think 3 is probably correct.
Is this standard?
It's standard to play 2, I think, but I play 3 because when you get to grind, and I figured this out because of testing with Reese. When you get to the grind game, if let's say they evenly your whole board, there's 1 Strenna on, and let's say they interrupt your second one. Oops, let's say interrupt your second one. You always want 1 to fall back on, and this is the one that's easiest to make because you play 5 level 4s, and there's ways to level modulate. But this one will always let you add back 1 from the grave, so you can even like target like itself and stuff for like recursion. So like, let's say, and I think this is never right, but if you end it on like this and they like wiped it or something, you can summon a Strenna to add back this, so you can just summon on again. So I think it's definitely good to play as many as possible, because this is definitely the best card. And I actually end on this card more than I end on any of the boss monsters, because it plays around Dark Ruler. So here's the 3 boss monsters that you can cheat out with Strenna. This one is the only one that's mandatory to cheat out, but the other ones you can hard make. I think they're all really good. This one I didn't summon a single time, but it's really good in simplified game states. If you don't know how it works, it's just call 1 and call 1 and then just put it at the top of the deck. It's like good for control, but a really good thing about the Regulus package is I got Gozened once. And these are both Earths, so it let me in on 2 negates that can like keep adding negates basically. Like they're not just once per duel. Like this one can keep stacking material. And even though I had to get rid of like my waters, it was good to see these because it was against the Mystic Mine Runic guy, and I just kept negating their spell traps with these 2, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I don't think I would have changed any of that. Yeah, if only there were better plants in the extra deck available for play, but that's all we have these days. Then obviously 3 Dryas, never 2, it's always 3, because it's not once per turn, it's not hard once per turn, is soft, so if they interrupt 1, just make a second one, and then go the whole combo again, and they scoop. Also really good for battle phase antics. If they summon anything in defense, you can hard punish, just swing into it, and you can summon out another monster, free body, and you just, like, let's say you have literally nothing else in hand, you can like summon out like another monster, and then you just make a dance peony off it, and then hopefully you can sack them. So 3 Dryas. I played 2 healer. 1 Thrasher is definitely correct, but I played 2 healer because it can bait out an ogre. That's the only reason. Thrasher is good for like you can battle and then like swing over stuff, but sometimes they might not have monsters lower than 1600 attack. But healer, it's good for time, especially if they interrupt the first one, and you can just make a second one to heal to win on time. And also, if they ogre this, then they misplayed hard, and you can just con for free and you win the game. So I think 2 healer is fine. Then for after that, you just do Melius and Banglancer. But then our Link 2s, we play 1 Jasmine, 1 Dance Peony. I have 2, and I thought about playing 2, but I figured in the position where you're, let's see, in this position, if you summon it like this and they interrupt you, it's good because you can tribute, or you can link 2 off into another Jasmine and then do the tribute play. But if they don't interrupt you there and then you do the tribute play, then what do you make here? You make another Jasmine and you have nothing to summon. So I figured 1 is good enough. I never actually wanted to see the second one either. There's no games where I wanted to play a second one. And then Dance Peony, obviously, if you hit good, you win the game. And honestly, I did once. I think there was one time where I literally had nothing in grave, or I had like a Loci and Dryas or something, and I milled like this. I milled this and this, and that was literally disgusting. So yeah, I just went Borea effect to search the Regulus, make an Omni Gate, and then I did the Petal effect after. Always do Petal effect after this because this locks you into plants, and then I just went full combo from there. So it was pretty nice. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, I guess I can show the side deck.
That's
too.
crazy, bro.
The side deck kind of super scuffed, but it's still a side deck, and it actually did.
We're
it did
broke.
well.
We're broke college.
It did what it did. 1 Pank, didn't see it a single time, but if I did, I think I would have won every game because this is a great card. 2 Nib, sided in maybe once. This was for like the Marincess matchups or like the hero, like random rogue matchups. Never saw any because everyone's a meta sheep. So
Did you say the hero matchup?
Yeah, I don't know. So
I don't think there's a single hero player that there's.
Yeah, but if anyone, if there was any nibbable matchups, then there's a PK player, so like a Phantom Knights player. So if I played against him, I'm nibbing him. So yeah, I didn't play any of these actually in the tournament, but they were just good there just in case. 3 Droll. Oh yeah, we only play board breakers because I'm scared of triple tax. But I played 3 Droll because this one's high impact enough that it makes it fine. I had one in hand and I should have resolved it, but I didn't. And I would have easily won. I think I had 2 Rivalry in hand, so it was fine if they triple taxed me. But this beats Drytron, this beats Flunder, this beats even Tier because they do the dangers. So this is pretty good. I think 3 is definitely good. 1 Harpies, and where is 1 Red Reboot, the 2 1-ofs that let you beat any back row deck. We have the 2 Cosmics in main, so then we also played 2 Anti-Spell. This shows how scared of Mystic Mind Rune I was. This actually won me. I was in game 3 against him in overtime, which I didn't know was a thing, but I just set this. I made like a random board. It didn't really matter what it was. And then I just activate Anti-Spell and they scoot because they're not playing through. They still have quick plays, so they kind of tried, but I mean, it's pretty good. No Mystic Minds. Then we have the 3rd copy of each of these. Obviously, they're really good depending on if you're going for a second, whatever. And then last one, Triple D Barrier. Yeah, the only 3 ofs I play are the D Barriers and like the Drolls because I need to see this if I'm siding it in. But D Barrier, even at 3, if I saw 2, it's still really good. I think I played a Tier guy and I activated D Barrier, called Fusion. They passed turn. I went first, so I called it on their turn. They passed, and I went back to me, and they tried to summon on my turn, and I called D-Barrier again, said Fusion, so then they couldn't make another one, so then they just scooped. You're you're not summoning any fusions. So pretty much it. If I saw the any synchro decks, just call synchro, and even against Sprite, it's not bad. You can call XYZs, and they pretty much are just locked into link plays, so it's not bad. Definitely really good MVPs. So yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Thank you. Again, this was Michael with his YCS regional qualifier first place finish. This is the mat he won too.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone was trying to buy this mat, but I'm not selling it. So, but shout outs to everyone that I met, all this the Yugi tubers, Reese, my roommate, for testing with me, and just everyone at the event. This is a great event. Awesome.
Thank you.